Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Olympic Coaching Podcast. I am Coach Caleb, talking with you here today. I'm riding solo, but I'm talking about giving you a little bit of an update, what's been happening with Olympic coaching. And so we're going to jump into this episode. I'm excited to give you an update of what's been happening. All right, so we've had a little bit of a hiatus here, a little bit of a break from the podcast. I haven't been posting a ton recently because there has been a ton going on. If you ever visit the Linfit coaching website, which I encourage you to do at linfit.com, you see that we have different services. We have a specific type of person that we want to be engaging with for online coaching, specifically focusing more on like a performance focus there with if you're wanting to improve your barbell movement, your general body composition and fitness, with more of a focus on people who have already had some lifting experience and want a better whole and well-rounded program. That's who we focus on in Olympic coaching. But what we don't have on our website is what we do in person, because I honestly do not have the bandwidth to add any more of that in-person service. Let me tell you more about that. So in the last 1 year, Olympic coaching has had two huge projects that we've been working on that I've been super excited about. As you know, of many of you guys listening, that much of my time as a coach has been spent in India, because in India, this was like 12 years ago. I visited India and discovered a huge need and requests for me to come and provide consulting services to help build up health-related, fitness-related, performance-related businesses and athletes. So, man, I decided to take a risk and come on over. It's been a great ride the last 10 years. I've loved the athletes that we've worked with and the companies that we've worked with. We've been a part of starting several CrossFit or functional fitness-based gyms, but also in the last 1 year, we've had some specific projects that have been just a continuation, a progression of what has been happening the last 10 years in Olympic coaching. And so the first big thing has been what's called Portal Fitness. And so that's PORTL Fitness. And I'll put a link in the podcast notes below, the show notes below, where you'll be able to see a link to visiting the Portal website. So if you're in India, you can definitely order one of these devices. But what Portal is it's a at-home studio. It's a large mirror. It's like a floor-length mirror that you put into your home, but then it turns into a screen that has an active 3D camera that's able to track your form and give you direct feedback. And so I've had a privilege as a coach to be a part of that organization and helping them get themselves off the ground and put an entire structure from assessment to form evaluation to exercise programming, to have some legit workouts, but also not just starting with and ending with that, but going into mobility and assessment and stability, building out multiple different fitness formats so that you can find something you like to do consistently, but also get the mobility and stretching and other type of things that are going to help you manage your state of readiness, the way you look and feel much easier. So you won't just be getting stiff from working out and sore from working out. You'll be able to release that within this whole platform. But it's a very engaging platform where you're following along with a coach who's doing the workout along with you and giving you valuable feedback and cues to help you do the exercise better. And so it's as close to actually being in person as you can get with a virtual format, but it's pretty cool. So really excited about the way that organization is going. It will soon be international, and that's been just a complete pleasure to be a part of. I'm thankful to be a part of that. As far as the second biggest project has been with working with professional badminton players. Okay, so if you're listening to this episode from America, you probably have no idea how big badminton is outside of the US, because badminton is not necessarily a coveted sport in America. But when you're looking across on the other side of either ocean, coming to Asia or Europe, badminton is a pretty huge deal. And that's been a privilege over the past several years of getting to work with more of the individual sports, the Olympic sports, more of the Asian sports here on this side of the world. It's been a pretty amazing experience, a fast learning experience. Whenever I first was coming out of college, I had had more experience in strength and conditioning for team sports like American football or baseball. And so coming to India, it was a fast learning curve, which if you know me at all, I absolutely love this stuff, man. It's something to just get my juices going, my creative juices going. And I'm always excited to be getting in there and learning new things and just understanding the different movements of sport. At my heart, I'm a kinesiologist. I love to just study movement and see how we can improve that movement, replicate it to a degree in a controlled weight room setting, and to improve performance, stability, mobility, and building up that foundation of an athlete so that they can perform better for longer. And so working with so outside of even the functional fitness and everything we're starting up the last 7 years or so, I've been working with pro tennis, pro kabaddi. Check that out if you've never heard of it. But pro badminton is where we are now. And that's been awesome working with Gopichand Badminton Academy, where working with some of the world's top athletes in the sport and building an entire system of being able to build up a system of assessment and real athlete management, of not just throwing a workout on it, but really studying the sport and building up foundational fitness, because badminton is a fascinating sport where you have to have a mix of all different types of fitness, areas of fitness. You got to be explosive. You got to be able to do repeated efforts. You have to have a certain level of aerobic capacity because your rest is limited. And so you got to be fast, powerful, and have great endurance. Pretty amazing. And the speed of the game gets pretty high whenever they're really slamming that shuttle and really playing those shots, whenever they're having a touch shot or really a hard shot with high velocity. Whatever it is, you got to have really quick reaction time. And so fascinating sport to be programming for and coaching. And so, but what we're really privileged to as Olympic coaching is not just working with the program, managing the program for that academy to help them scale and continue to work with other athletes of other sports disciplines, but also building up a system where there's coach mentorship. And so we're really privileged to be investing in coaches, definitely learning more and more of the local language so that I can explain it no matter what. So there's no communication barriers, but it's really fun getting to pass on knowledge. In no way is any of the knowledge and experience that I've gained in my career something of my own. And so if you're a coach listening to this, or an aspiring coach, never hold anything to yourself. There is no risk in putting information out there, because it's really common within the strength conditioning field to hold your cards close. You're like, oh, this is my program, it's my secret sauce. I'm like, man, there is 1,000 different directions to the same target. You can use different exercises, reach the same goal. Some exercises may be more effective than others, but that can't be necessarily true for every single person. And so sharing information helps the field advance. And that's why ever since day one, as I started Olympic coaching, I've really been passionate about raising up the next generation of coaches, always trying to mentor someone, working with different coaches, and so that the reach can get further. We can bring up the entire level of coaches on this side of the world and worldwide. And so that's a little bit of an update on what's been happening with Olympic coaching. The in-person stuff is a blast. We're excited about Portal, but we're really excited about the way and the direction that the professional badminton here is going at the academy. And so that is why, if you're reaching out for in-person services, I just don't have the bandwidth, because we're managing a couple hundred athletes within the academy, and that's soon to grow as there's more and more demand, and there is more and more being built as far as expansion of the academy to build an entire new sports science center that is a center of excellence. That's what we're aiming for. And so that is why, if you're looking for other type of training, you're trying to improve your performance, but you're not necessarily physically here, or even if you are physically here where I'm at, There's very little bandwidth outside of the academy that I can offer that. And so, but understand, man, we are excited to serve you online if that's what you're looking for and that works for you. And we have lots of ways of evaluation for that. But keep on the lookout for more updates from LiftFit Coaching. We're excited to continue to help people continue to level up their fitness, level up their performance, level up who they are as a human being. So thanks for listening in. We'll catch you on the next one.